morning from the 10th country of the Coaster Odyssey journey. We've hit double digits officially. I am here in a town called Strasvolken. We are just to the north of Salzburg in Austria. And today we're going to ride a very exciting roller coaster because it's one that doesn't have much time left, unfortunately. This is Wild Train. It's a bit infamous for its airtime, and I'm very excited to ride it, but unfortunately I may be one of the last enthusiasts to cover this coaster because October 31st, which at the time of recording is about a month and a half away, this coaster closes for good. Excitingly, it will be replaced by a Mark Stryker coaster, but for now we'll be bidding farewell to this coaster with a Coaster Odyssey episode here from Austria. I just want to emphasize my situation today as well. Once this convoy goes past. Jesus. When I left Salzburg this morning in my beautiful Airbnb, it was a lovely day. Quite a mild temperature. The sun was peeking out through the clouds. Looked pretty good. So this is what I wore for a nice day at a theme park. I should have looked at the forecast because that cloud has settled in. It looks like it might rain a little bit, and the temperature is much cooler than what it was before, but it's okay, we'll be fine, because we'll get on roller coasters and I'll forget all about it. And here we are, one of the weirdest roller coasters in the world, at Fantasiana. Alright, very funky little entrance here, right next to, of course, Wild Train. I'm hoping that the rain, it's not forecast to stick around, so I'm hoping that I can just wait around and wait it out. All right, we are into the park, and it is a beautiful little park. I'm not sure what's going to be open yet. It's literally just on 10 o'clock, so I am the only person in the park. And I'm not sure what's going to be open with the weather, so we're just going to wander around a little bit, and I guess we'll find out. Some kid rides, a log flume that looks like it maybe has an elevator lift. I'm gonna have a look. It is a very small park, so like the front of the park is just there on the other side of the log flume, and then this is the back of the park, but it kind of extends along this way. So I'm just exploring for the time being. I want to see if I can find if there's an indoor attraction that's open, because the rain's still just lingering around a little bit, so maybe we can wait it out by doing something indoors, and then hopefully Wild Train will be opening up today. We'll see. So here's the other credit we're hoping to get today. Forgive my pronunciation. Frin-Vez-Ba Express. This is another interesting one. I believe it also has its own soundtrack, so that'll be really cool. Actually, I'm noticing that a lot of this is kind of just really good themed parks on a small scale. Like, it's got its own music. Everything here is really nice. Now here's what might be our problem today. The roller coaster cannot be operated during wet conditions. Unfortunately, right now it is a bit wet, but hopefully we will be riding this today. So you can see why this is on the bucket list for so many enthusiasts. Look at the shape of these hills. It's just downright bizarre, this ride. It's so crazy. Right, and the area that Frin-Vez is in is going to open at 11 o'clock. So, we've got plenty of time to explore, and hopefully the sky's brightening up a little bit. Maybe we'll get some luck with Wild Train. Alright, we've just found this ride. Knight's Ride Tower. It's a free-fall ride, okay. It's going to be a very intricately detailed queue here. Oh, wow. Okay. Animatronic dragons? I did not see this level of detail coming from Fantasiana. Very nice.
Fantasiana is a small regional amusement park founded in 1996 by Eric Wagner and Karl-Heinz Grabler. Originally, it was a small attraction targeted at kids and families, primarily centered around the fairy tale backdrops and windows created by Grabler himself. The animatronics and decorations quickly became a cornerstone of the park's success, and even as it graduated to building larger scale rides and attractions, they continued to focus on fairy tales, myths, and legends, using animatronics and show scenes to tell their stories. From dark rides to themed drop towers and log flumes, Fantasiana was all about the stories that their attractions told. But that doesn't mean there weren't a few plain old amusement rides built along the way as well. Or perhaps plain is the wrong word.
Okay, unfortunately it's not yet ready to go either, but I'm now very interested in that ride because good theming on it. So look, it looks like nothing's quite open just yet. That's what I get for getting at the park, to the park at opening on a wet Tuesday when there's literally no other people in the entire park. But that means that we can go around, explore, and set out a plan for once it ticks over to 11 o'clock for what we're going to go on. It's pretty cool. Some cool little sideshow games. They've got a bear theater. I'm wondering if this is like an animatronic show or something. It says it's on a few times a day. And down here we've got a little train, kids carousel. Seems very nice as well. We've got animatronics here in the train area as well. There's a little monorail ride that goes over the top. Looks like there's a haunted house attraction over there. There's a lot more to offer at this park than I thought. Interesting. Alright, haunted house attraction here as well. Looks pretty good. It looks like it's running 12:30, 2 o'clock, and 4:30. So we might try and get that 12:30 ride here. That'd be pretty cool. Oh man. Oh man. This section of the park is a little bit bizarre. Got all these cute little...
so lange mit Ihnen herumgelaufen. Ich glaube kaum, dass ich Sie noch reparieren kann.
Okay.
Kauft Sie am besten in eure Bäckerei. Wirklich nicht leicht.
Is that Kermit the Frog under there?
Doch nur die arme Maus hier.
There's some real nightmare fuel here. That's crazy. It's like a really cool, detailed little track ride here. There's another, this is a dark ride, Sinbad Abenteuerreise. Here's that flume I was talking about. Not quite sure it's the day for it today, but it does look very good. So I'm noticing that a lot of these attractions have a sign out the front that, I don't know if you can see it there, marks what time it's going to be opening at, because I believe what they do is they cycle some attractions on days like today where park attendance is really, really low, so not everything will be open at the same time. What's concerning me is that a lot of them seem to be marked as permanently like closed all day. But there is staff at those attractions, so I'm wondering if it's a weather thing. Unfortunately, everyone speaks German, so I don't know how to ask, but yeah, it does seem like maybe things will not open up unless this weather improves. Luckily, I've got all day if I need it. I don't think I want to spend all day at this park, it's quite small, but if we have to, we will wait. See, this is what I mean, that seems to be marked as like it's not open, but there is an operator up in the booth. So I don't know, I feel like maybe it's rain delay based, and if this rain dies down, which it is forecast to, then we might get a bit more lucky. I'll keep you updated. This is going to be a very interesting episode of Coaster Odyssey, I think. Okay, so update. I've actually Google translated one of those signs, and it says that the word there, Dauerbetrieb or whatever, means continuous operation. But I don't know if that means like that they're in, because the rides so far, I've gone up to one ride and the guy said it was closed. So I don't know. Continuous operation or continuous not operation? I'm confused. By the way, park has now been open for about half an hour. I'm 99% sure I am still the only person in the park. This is bizarre. I'm gonna wait it out until Fridoline's opens, which should be at 11 o'clock. and then we'll see what happens. This is a very interesting day. I need to stop vlogging because I'm consuming all the battery on my camera without having even been on anything yet. So I'll update you when I get on a ride. They also are displaying a piece of track for Helios, which is going to be Wild Train's replacement, a Mark Striker coaster, same as Voltron. That's going to be really cool. So one of the other weird, interesting design quirks about Wild Train, while I'm waiting for there's someone on the lift hill there, so I'm hoping that's a sign that they're going to actually try and open it. It's got floating supports here. So where it goes over, I believe that's the go-kart building there. Like this support, it's not attached to the ground, it's just attached to the structure and then hangs down. Bizarre, man, bizarre. What a weird coaster. Okay, there's hope. There's a guy up on the lift hill of Wild Train. What he's doing is drying the the lift tires. What that says to me is that the rain stopped, so they're making sure the drive tires are dry so that they can operate it. So I'm gonna stick around and find out. Because if I can get on Wild Train, then at least this day won't have been a waste, because so far I've been walking around and like nothing, it's so dead. Is that a real taxidermy chicken? Okay, here's the update on how it's going so far. Not great. The rain has come back right as the guy was finishing drying the lift tires on Wild Train, which looked like, you know, maybe they were going to open. The rain came back, and it has been around for the last, 15 minutes. I've sat down and had a coffee. Now I'm going to walk around and see if I can just get on something, preferably something indoors. It seems like things are closed, but I feel like that might just be because there's nobody here. So I'm thinking I might go and try and get on the dark ride down here and see what that's like. It looked like it was closed when I was last over this side of the park, but I don't know, we'll see. But like, you just look here and the park is absolutely dead. And I can see why. It's a relatively cool, rainy Tuesday. Why would you come to a theme park on a day like this unless you're someone like me? Let's give this dark ride a go, because that'll also be indoors, and then hopefully this rain's going to go away. The forecast does say that this rain is only supposed to be here for the next couple of hours, and then the rest of the day should be cloudy, so we'll see. Is the dark ride.
Ihr mich aber erschreckt. Oh, Wasser.
Oh, look at the revolving cars that just suddenly move in different directions. It's really bizarre. Whoa! This is unusual. Don't you dare come at me. Okay, that was that. Whoa! This is so goofy. Oh shit. This is the weirdest. Whoa. I don't know if that was meant to happen. Oh shit, it's Medusa. What is going on? There is like absolutely no consistency to this theme. We're in Egypt now. It's kind of creepy that there's like, there's no background music and there's nothing. It's just all this stuff happening out of context. Are we about to go down a drop? Yeah. Okay, no, it wasn't. Never mind. Got a fog effects here. Something's gonna happen. I can see it. Okay. Whoa, spider. This is who built this? Whoa! Gee, it just oh, backwards down. Holy fucking shit. Okay, this bit's actually kind of scary. Oh my god. No, don't bring me closer to those things. I don't like them. Okay, some pots just laughed at me.
Ahoi! Landen sich! Ihr habt Mut und starke Nerven bewiesen. Ich freue mich auf unser nächstes Abenteuer. Ahoi! Ahoi!
What the hell was this ride? Is that the most bizarre dark ride I've ever been on? Maybe. Very strange ride system. The revolving cars is cool. It was just like the way it moved was so very clunky and weird. And yeah, that was just totally disjointed and all over the place. Like, why was there Medusa 1 second and then you literally turn around and the next second it's like ancient Egypt? And isn't it like Sinbad's adventure or whatever? Isn't that like an Arabian kind of theme thing? I don't know. That was bizarre. That was strange. It's raining. It's still raining quite a lot. I think there was that indoor drop tower. I wonder, the guy told me to go away when I tried to go on that the first time. So let's see if it's open now, I guess. A tiny hint of blue sky, please, 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 please. Oh my goodness. Oh, that would make my day. Okay, it still says continuous operation here. Let's see if the guy will let me on this time. Oh my, wow. Oh wow. This is actually sick. Oh my god. Oh, hello. Ah! That was awesome. Wow, that was amazing. Okay, so it was like one of those multi-dimensional drop towers, kind of similar to the one that I did at Connieland a couple of days ago. The animatronics in there was so really, really well put together. Like the scenes had so much depth to them and they looked fantastic. I would say I probably preferred Crazy Professor slightly because it had a bit more of like a coherent story, but that one was also really good. I like those a lot. Now I don't know if it's going to be open because of the rain, but this is the other coaster at the park, Frin-Vez-Ba Express. And it looks really good, I've got to say. Let's see if it's open. Schnickel, Schnackel, Schnickeldackel. Whoa.
Oh nein, das war der falsche Zauberspruch. Flatterflug und ab der Zug.
Das ist cool. Oh my god, this is such a surprise! Woo! Okay. What? Okay. And we're rolling back. Are we gonna go backwards? Whoop. Did I just get E-stopped? Okay. I feel like maybe I just got right stopped. Interesting. God damn, does this mean I have to ride it again to get the credit? So confirmed, I did just get ride stopped on Frin-Vez-Ba Express. I don't know if I'm going to get to complete the rest of the ride cycle or not, but here come maintenance now. While I'm here, ART trains, much better than they were on Wave. These are much more comfortable. Okay, very swift little evacuation there. He's going to relaunch the train, and I've been told I can just go on it again in a few minutes. But this actually brought up an interesting question. If I didn't go on it again now, can I count the credit? When I got evac from Dragon's Fury, I said no, because I hadn't ridden the full length of the course. But this was on the second go-round, this was on the second lap. Which means I have done the full length of the course, but not the full ride cycle. Credit? I don't know. I'm gonna go on it again anyway. Go round 2. Woo!
Flatterflug und ab der Zug.
Yeah, woo! Woo! Oh, the rain's got heavier. Awesome little ride. Okay, maybe ART engineering are good for something, because that was such a cute ride. Look, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's a little family launch coaster, practically no force on the thing, but that was just so cute. The theming, oh, I'm gonna be saying, what was it? Schnickel, schnackle, schniffle-daffle, or something like that. I'm gonna be saying that all day, because that was look, at the end of the day, I can break down all of the reasons why that's not a particularly groundbreaking coaster. I can say it's forceless, I can say it's, you know, the layout does nothing, but it put a huge smile on my face. And at the end of the day, isn't that what roller coasters are supposed to do? I love that ride. That was so fun. And hey, I got evac'd off it, and it was the most chill evac ever. Like, the dude just hopped the fence, told me, hey, get off this way. We just walked out. It took like 5 minutes. Like, seriously. What an experience. That was cute. Now all we need is the rain to go away so I can also get Wild Train. We have blue sky above Wild Train. Come on, it is taunting me with the possibility. Just please, please stop raining for 1 second. You know, almost every part of me, and I mean this genuinely, almost every part of me wants to try that log flume. Because after how good those attractions have been so far, I really feel like it would be a surprise, like it'd actually be a good little ride, but I can't emphasize how badly I underestimated how the weather would be today, because it's not necessarily cold per se, it's just like you can feel that you're in the Alps, this bite to the wind. I underestimated how bad that would be, so I don't think getting wet is a good idea for an Aussie here. So you can learn from my mistakes when you come to Fantasiana, when you come to Austria, even if it looks like a warm morning and it's like early September. Yeah, come prepared. I'm not loving it. This is a cute park though. Oh my god, they've got all these indoor fairy tale displays. It's kind of cool. Okay, what the hell is this one? Because I'm seeing a donkey with a dog with a cat with a chicken on it. I need to find out what this is. Okay. Guy in here, he's got food on his table. He's got another guy on the other side. Oh, and they're like poking their head through there. Why is there... I don't know if you can see this. What the fuck? Those are really cool and creative though, like these little displays, and you press the button and it tells the story, and they're like animatronics. I've seen it done in like small scale before in little parks. I believe Australia used to have a few little parks that had similar things, but this is really cute. I like this. You know what? This whole park is just so beautiful and so nicely put together for such a small park. Gotta love it. This might be one of my favorite parks that I've been to on this journey so far, actually. Like, it's not on the same scale as Europa Park or Thorpe Park or even Emerald Park is much bigger than this, but it's just so, like, it knows what it is and it does it really well. And all of the attractions I've been on so far have been kind of excellent. Sweet mother mercy. Look at that blue sky, and it's actually getting warmer too. I think we've got a chance. Look, the birds are flying, the birds are singing. Guys, we might be in with a chance here. I'm gonna see if I can see any activity at Wild Train. If not, in about, I think maybe 20 minutes, there's a showtime on the Schloss Dracula, the haunted house attraction, so we might try that and then see if Wild Train's open after. Guys, the sun is out. Is there a chance? Could it happen? Are we gonna get to ride Wild Train? You know, it's been really playing on my mind. I've kind of been a little bit sad this morning because, like, not only if Wild Train's close, it happens. When you come to theme parks, rides are down sometimes, and it happens. But this was entirely different. Not only did it mean that I would have to come back and do the Austria episode again, but that the Austria episode would not be Wild Train, and that I'd never get to ride it, because Wild Train's going to be closed in a month and a half, forever. So I'm really, really hoping that the sunshine sticks around, because, man, what a credit to have. So please, please, let it stay like this, please. Okay, wonderful news. The maintenance guy, who's a lovely guy, the guy who evacuated me off Fridlin's, has just told me that he's going to deal with another tech issue there, and then afterwards he's coming over to Wild Train to hopefully get it up and running. So if this sunshine can hold on for just long enough for him to do those checks, I will be on the first ride on Wild Train. Please. Please. By the way, shout out to that guy if he sees this video. He is so lovely. He's been excellent today. So how can I explain what's special about this ride if you're not a roller coaster enthusiast? This is a Wild Train model called Wild Train. It's built by a company called Pax Company. If you've seen some of my videos before, I've actually ridden a couple by the Pax Company in the last couple of videos, including one at Park St. Paul and one at Connieland in Switzerland. But this one is the only one of the longer layout of the Pax Wild Train, and it became famous among coaster enthusiasts who managed to find their way here for being outrageously powerful in terms of its airtime. Even though it is basically just a family coaster, apparently this thing is just insane. So, I mean, look at that hill right there and tell me that that does not look insane. So it's gained like something of a reputation, and Fantasiana have kind of played into that. They've enjoyed having that here. So this is a legendary coaster. Unfortunately, it doesn't have that long left. As I said, October 31st, this thing closes down for good. And I'm very lucky to be here. And if I'm just a little bit luckier, maybe it'll open up in just a few minutes. Just can't catch a break with this rain at the moment. They've just walked up there again to check it out, and now it started just slightly spinning again. Come on! Surely, please. So apparently it can't operate in even the slightest amount of rain. And just as he finished doing the inspection of the lift hill and drying the drive tires, it like just fatally speckled with rain. We're gonna go check out the haunted house. The rain is leaving, I can feel it. So we've got some food. This plus a beer at €14. Not too bad. So there is another very dark cloud rolling over towards the park, but it's starting to feel like they're just like kind of sporadic clouds. It's not full cover. And I know that the forecast was just for clouds for the rest of the day, no rain. So there's hope. It's just got to stay. It's the second time in a row that he's gone up, he's done the inspection, and then it just starts to rain a little bit, and he's like, no, I can't do anything. So, look, it is what it is, but we'll stick around. Fingers crossed.
Den Gab auszumachen. Nun liegt es an.
Right, that was an interesting experience. I'm not going to post the video from inside. The guy actually asked me not to post it. I'll put in like a few little flashes and highlights because he didn't stop me from filming for some reason. But I don't want to spoil it anyway. Very, very interesting. There was a lot of very dialogue heavy, I think was the worst part, which especially for me, I don't speak German, so I kind of didn't understand what was like being said 99.9% of the time. But there were some good scenes in it, and the animatronics were especially impressive, and I like a good walk-through story-based attraction. I thought that was very cleverly done, and it was a good way to get out of the rain so that hopefully maybe we're one step closer to Wild Train opening, please. Right, I start to feel like I'm going in circles here, but it's not raining. There's blue sky behind me. I can't see anyone over here at Wild Train just yet, but I feel like at this point we have to just wait it out, because the whole goal here is to get on the best coaster in Austria. That is Wild Train. And yeah, let's hope that we can get this episode completed. The blue sky behind it is looking very promising. Fingers crossed. It's such an iffy situation. I mean, like, this looks beautiful, that not so much. So it's like, I just need them to get it up and running long enough for one ride. That's all I need to complete Austria on this challenge. One lap. Come on, Wild Train, you can do it.
Fantasiana's Wild Train is a custom version of the Wild Train model manufactured by the Russian Pax company, the same company that produced Connieland's Cobra from the previous episode. I've encountered a Wild Train of the generic clone layout before at France's Parc St. Paul, and they're nothing particularly special, very janky, and certainly targeted primarily at families. And that's what makes Fantasiana's version so interesting. This coaster model was always primarily designed to be a family coaster, and for some reason, when given the opportunity to customize the layout, Pax threw the rulebook out the window and produced some of the most radical and intense profiling ever seen in the coaster industry. The ride opened in 2005 and has served the park faithfully for almost 20 years, but is set to close on October 31st, 2024.
Ladies and gents, we're in. I don't know how long the weather's gonna stay like this for, so we're gonna ride this as many times as we can. Come on! Alright, here we go. Wild Train at Fantasiana. One of those goofy coasters that has to be on every enthusiast bucket list. I am so excited for this. Here we go. Woo! Whoa! Woo! Holy shit! Whoa! Whoa, my god! Oh my god! Woo! Oh, that's a crazy ride. Oh, so good. They're letting us go again. We're gonna go forward to the this side. Wow. That is just one of those rides. You hear roller coaster enthusiasts talk about it and you think, you know, maybe we're a little bit crazy. But that thing is absolutely ridiculous. What? Oh my god. I love that. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts. That lap bar punches you hard in the guts with that airtime. But that airtime is insane. It reminds me kind of, actually, the closest thing I can that at first came to my head is Jacko's coaster, the backyard roller coaster that I rode in New Zealand. Just for that absolutely unfiltered ejector that just blasts you into the stratosphere. It's unbelievable. And now look at that, perfect timing. It started to rain again. The operator was so lovely, he let us get 3 laps on it. I rode twice in the back row, once in the front row. Honestly, front row was better, because there were a couple of moments in the front row where you just get pushed out of your seat so hard. Oh my god. I can see why people rate that so highly. It's look, objectively speaking, it's a poorly designed roller coaster, but somehow the ride experience just ends up being the most ridiculously awesome thing that's ever been created. Wild Train. That's amazing. That's absolutely awesome. Let's get out of the rain. All right, and with that, we are hitting the road straight away because I have to beat this next major rain shower back to the bus station in Straswolken so that I can get back to Salzburg. We always planned this to be a half-day park. I didn't anticipate that I was gambling on Wild Train actually even opening in that half day, and thankfully it did. So, my final thoughts on Fantasiana. I've had a good day here, despite the weather, despite my poor choice of clothing. It's been a lovely day. It is a lovely little park and I would highly recommend it. Some very interesting and unique attractions, a good mix of attractions, and it's just a really fun little park. I love that they haven't got a lot of space to use, but they've really made the most of all of it, and they've clearly been committed to creating attractions that are more than just rides, and it gives off similar vibes to Coneyland in that way, that kind of quirkiness, that really uniqueness. As for Wild Train, the world is gonna miss Wild Train. We are gonna miss you so much, Wild Train, and thank you and bless you for those brilliant 3 rides that I got, because that is some of the most filthy, unadulterated airtime I've ever experienced in my life. And you know what? I think Wild Train will go pretty high on my rankings, just for how stupid it is. Just ridiculous, ridiculously powerful. PAX is insane. PAX is just a mad company. Well, that is going to bring this episode of Coaster Odyssey to an end as we walk back past the park towards the beautiful town of Straswolken. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Keep an eye out for episode 11 coming hopefully very, very soon. In the meantime, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And of course, click the join button if you'd like to become a channel member. Stick around, guys. We're into double digits of episodes, double digits of countries completed now. And that means there's no turning back now. I'll see you in the next country.